I'm Kobi Gershoni. I'm the lead business and strategy at the Arpalus. Basically, Arpalus is a retail intelligence technology company. We are focusing on shelf execution. We're using our mobile AI and real-time computer vision. We'll talk more about later. Our technology is really disruptive. We feel that when we serve the range of clients from CPGs, brands, retailers, and the gig economy, which we'll talk more about as we progress in this discussion. We really understand how we can utilize our technology to better provide intelligence to the end users, eliminate out of stock, helping them with improve their planogram compliance, understanding how they can do it faster, better, without any friction, which I think is one of the biggest challenges of the way that the intelligence is being gathered in the retail stores today. Arpalus was born out of the first-hand frustration with how slow, manual, and inaccurate retail shelf audits has been for decades. The founding team had backgrounds of both retail ops, but also in computer vision. And they saw the gap of which, real time is not being basically provided, low friction solutions that made, all the question about out of stock, the supply chain, not come to the best performance. And the solutions that were there were not really delivering on the promise. I mean, a lot of video taking or image stitching, a lot of work on the cloud, which kind of delays and create frictions in the way that computer vision in real time can solve the problem. So those great engineers of Arpalus and with the expertise in AI and AR alongside computer vision, we're basically building an edge computing solution that unlocks those execution challenges at the speed that the retailers and the brands need the data. So most solutions today are cloud-based or taking images. It's delayed, dependent on very high-skill users. So imagine taking picture by picture, trying to position the right solution, or using even hardware solutions that not necessarily create a lot of maintenance challenges. The model that we're building on our recognition is directly on the device, even offline. And then when you deliver instant results with this AI and AR guidance that we have, our solution is built for those actions, not just insights. So not really just getting the data, it's also closing the loop with the merchandiser, with the store associated, and specifically where we're focused with the gig workers that are doing those works in the field. The real time and the ease of use of the solution is really what differentiates us from others. I claim to have the most simplest experience, the fastest and the most cost-effective solution. So if you think about this claim, right, the user need to have a simple app solution. Anybody can download it from the store. Scan the shelf using the phone or the tablet. It's seconds in the way that it's a continuous scan. So it's basically the pace that you walk the aisles that receives that immediate feedback on what's on stock, the number of facing, even price tags that we're able to analyze, identify early planogram issues. Literally, what you see as a person, our system sees through the mobile. We use what we call spatial, SPATIAL, computer vision. It creates a 3D realogram of the shelf with 3 dimensions, X, Y, Z, if you like, both the depth, the length, and the width of the aisle. And then we overlay issues that in the AR we can actually solve. So no need for Wi-Fi in the store, no need for connectivity, no backend wait. The data syncs when connectivity is restored at any time. You can leave the store and basically everything is being downloaded to the customer end. Everything goes on dashboard. Everything is on API. We provide SDKs in the way that we can integrate this into the Arpalus Inside experience. And yeah, as I said, it's all real time. 360 visibility gives brands and retailers not just a snapshot, but a full operational pulse. Basically, we can track out of stock, share of shelf, pricing, and compliance across all shelves at any store level. So we don't work by the store. We can work by basically any UPC or SKU level at anywhere. And it turns that retail data into what we call the operational loop. So you can plan, you can act and improve all with zero lag. So if you think about it, the process of which teams needs to do survey, then refurbishment, or go back to the back of the store and start inventory, it's done in minutes versus hours sometimes of any field workers visit to the store. So a rep walks to the shelf. By the way, we have a guiding solutions because we already scan the store once or twice, or by the third time, we know exactly what the position of the store. We call it navigate. They can go specifically and guided to that position within the shelf. It scans wheels the mobile device and helm within 10 to 15 seconds, walking the aisle. The app highlights what's out of stock or misplaced or incorrectly priced, and then you directly see the results on the screen. It's powered by our, as I said, Edge AI engine. So it compares shelves what was supposed to be there through the planogram compliance or through the panoramic image that we created through several scans. And all those KPIs that I mentioned, like out of stock, assortments, facing, and the pricing, are all instantly visualized, both on the front for the field agent, but also in the back to anybody who's trying to understand more about what's going on in the specific store or across stores. In full deployment, when those leading CPGs and even our gig partners, and when I talk about gig partners, these will be the delivery companies or the grocery shoppers that do the work within the world of e-com. We've seen that basically we also have not just the stock out detection rates go down, improve by 20 to 30% sometimes, but the found rates in which products are not supposed to be on their marketplaces are basically now being in real time improving those found rates of those giggers. And that can, again, as I said, those gig networks that cuts audit times by 20 minutes to under 3 minutes. Those field reps also report highly kind of compliance and faster restocking of before and after. So now we audit that not only what we see in the field happens, but also that the brand can see that it's maintained. So this relationship between the retailers and the brands and the field agents are now becoming, in full transparency, operationally efficient. Retail is increasingly omnichannel. Shelves move faster, and than ever. So you see the number of new products that are being launched, and that means that real time means that the catalog needs to be up to date in real time. We need to catch issues before they hurt that availability, right, in the store. We need to synchronize everything between what is being said or showed on the marketplaces versus what's in stock, and between what is being planned to what is being executed. So there is a variety of issues or challenges that omnichannel brings that we need those real-time insights to support that pace of the brand execution, the retail execution, and the store delivery, basically solutions to the customers who are basically using shoppers. And there is a lot of missing opportunity there that real time needs to actually close that gap. Arpalus is a technology. We have the app, right? Is designed for anybody. We intentionally created it in the ease of use of any user. Uh, there is very minimal training. You actually see a video, and the system does correct itself in so many ways. So it gives you guidance about, hey, you're too far from the shelf. Get closer, or you're walking too fast. You're running the. Sometimes people see that they have those green dots that you can direct you to see that you're moving in the right pace. So everything is actually almost like transparent. What you see is what the app sees, and there is a kind of one feeling like a one solution that we help the scanner or the person in the store um, can experience no delays. Uh, Again, that those dashboards that you can see or the APIs that we send the data, it's really just a way of our data delivery, and it is all about making sure that we capture as most data in the easiest way without slowing down those that actually collect the data. Look, gig workers need simplicity, okay, and they need speed. We know they're, staying in the parking lot waiting to be called to make a delivery. They're being sent into stores that they don't necessarily know before. Arpalus supports them with an app, right? It works offline, it works online. It gives them that real augmented reality kind of view and require them very minimum time to onboard. So in 15 minutes, you're done by doing the video, doing a couple of scans, and we basically audit everything. We're embedded, so it's really make it smart. Uh, um, we work with different companies so we can customize their flows. So if you are a refurbishment company, if you're a survey company, if you're a delivery company, because we have our SDKs, we create that level of integration to make it a quick, easy, in a couple of weeks, you can actually create that experience within your own native apps. So you don't create multiple experiences for users. You can use our experience or you can use your own. These are good for short-term workers. It works for work teams, field teams that are visiting multiple stores, and they don't need to know the store. They just use the app, and it helps them to guide them through and execute their tasks. Legacy audits, if you think about the way that the old world works, is either manual in ways that, again, we've seen field teams actually take a paper and 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 write down the number of products that are missing in the shelf, and then they go back to the back end, and they find something there and they bring it back, and it takes a lot of time. So inefficiencies in so many ways. Even you take static photos of and then you manually review them through the panoramic and planogram images that are in the back end or on the shelf in some end shelves. You see those are basically slowing down. We basically remove those frictions. We move those frictions both on the workflow, but also on the challenge of the older technology, I would say, of image teaching. So if you think about it, real-time recognition and AR overlays with the AR overlays, that means that issues are corrected on the spot. So we don't need to be reporting any issues of, hey, the image wasn't taken well, I'll need to do another scan, I'll need to revisit the store again and do that audit or image collection. And that's where we see those reductions. That's where they're coming from. I think it's the number one task currently. It's everything. Look, if a tool takes 30 minutes to learn, it won't scale in the field. Arpalus is designed to use that by anyone. With this augmented reality guidance, minimal taps, and build in that visual coaching that enables you to guide you through what we call the green dots that go through the scan and guide you, that you actually captured all the products. We've seen 98 accuracy in the way that we capture all the products. We see tasks acceptance, and we measure everything through our NPS scores, which are very, very high. So we see a lot of acceptance rates and a lot of accuracy that are actually driving the adoption, and the ease of use is both on the technology but also on the understanding of the customer or the user. Edge computing enables really the real-time decisions without relying on the cloud. It's as simple as that. You don't need to send data to the cloud to be processed, and then connectivity you don't have. The other thing is the speed. So the model of the products that we trained, you can actually see them in front of you. There are no delays. That means that user get actually instant feedback. Apps works offline, and shell data flows faster to any headquarters or analytics platforms. It also reduces servers load and costs. So cloud is more expensive than probably when early development were made, and they thought about the cost of cloud going down. It's actually not. It's making our solution much more affordable, more scalable, and in large environment deployments, we can do the whole entire store. In 20 minutes to 30 minutes, we can do big stores, small stores, vending machines. It's really about the way that you deploy the edge computing values, both on the scale but also on the cost. Our patent is really unique. It's a combination of many different elements. I'm not going to go for hours about the patents, but it's somewhere between a 3D shelf mapping and micro network cascading. It's a layer with AI model and deliver faster, more precise recognition. It's built for retail performance, and as I said, spatial computing understanding is the depth of the strengths of the patents. So that's where depth detection, product positioning, and full shelf geometry comes together. Something most IR tools cannot offer because they're not integrated into kind of the complex environment and the engineering work that we've done. There's no need for any fixed cameras or expensive handhelds. The kind of old, if it's RFID or any other solutions. Arpalus runs on standard iOS, Android, almost all phones, even AR compatible phones, even the glasses with the Apple solution, the Meta solution. That means basically clients can deploy in days, not in months, and avoid any heavy capex rollouts, no maintenance. As you can tell, it's really simple as download and go. We prioritize, as I said, zero training workflows. We have an app that you can download in any place, the same way that you can think about getting on the flight and you're being told, hey, download if you want to see entertainment, right? So it's all in the ease of use. The AR the augmented reality overlays the visual screens. There is an autofocus scanning solution, so you get guidance through the task flows. It's really the gamification, and then there is like very minimal one-click solution, no typing, no guessworks. It's also supported any type of multilingual, any country. We support basically where there's an app store, you can download it. And then we allow the flexible deployment, the SDK that we said that we can connect it within other apps, really making it easy to scale globally. Often, retail teams face poor connectivity just because you're in those, abandoned places, especially in large stores or remote areas. So we work fully offline. We capturing the data, running recognition locally. Everything syncs when, everything is back online. So once you hit the network, the data is being sent. That means that execution continues without any interruptions and no data is being lost at any time. We're not just a tactical tool, okay, for audits. We're not just the tool that you go into the store and collect the data. Although it's a very strong tactical tool, we're powering end to end what we call shelf intelligence, a single point of maybe we're part of the single point of truth for any brands or retailer who is trying to basically connect other data points. So if you think about it, we track all the shelf in real time, but we're also connecting data like sales data, supply chain data that can trigger alerts, that can actually see anomalies, that can create understanding of why something is happening to a specific brand or a product SKU in a specific region, region, cross stores. So it's not just an endpoint solution for the merchandising, or it serves that category level of insights that you need to understand when you're making your next decision about your plan for the planogram, the way that you execute the number of facings on the shelf, when we connect the share of shelf to the share of sales. Those decisions are really being made at the top level. At the same time, when you think about any data play becomes a strategic play in our AI world today. So those data solutions, that scalability of creating that level of data ocean, we're part of something bigger. We know that the retailers and the brands are actually building in the data science and AI world, and they need that data. And that in the future, I think that's going to play even a bigger play for any companies who is trying to be more AI driven. We work with everybody from large CPGs to distributors, to the field teams that are doing the work, to the gig-based execution players, grocery delivery players. All of them are part of, I think, that transformation that is taking place in this digital and AI world. We are part of the ecosystem. As much as we like to think about, Arpalus being the center of the world, we're part of the world. And I think the collaboration and the partnership, specifically in my role, is to build for more data, more accuracy, more scale that can be relevant to the categories that we played, mostly fast-moving consumer goods categories. And so this is where we believe that, the world of field and analytics is becoming one, and we're a part of it. So mostly the groceries and the mass ones, but also the convenience stores. It is maybe redundant to the former question, but anywhere where there's a high density of UPCs and SKUs, where the shelf space competition is high, or there is a lot of transactions, our solution thrives in those dynamics environments, and where visibility and speed matter the most. So we are at the level of all the way from the store staffs to the field workers, the third parties that we're partnered with, to the giggers, and obviously to the brand's strategists that needs to understand how to continue to grow their performance in the stores. Please visit our website. Please download the app. Please try it for yourself. We have a capability that allows you to actually download, train yourself, and try it. But we always love to talk to you before so we understand what's the purpose of usage. Again, we're trying to make it as simple as possible for anybody to experience the value with demos and trials. So happy to talk to anybody who's visiting our website. And please, let's work together.